Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I would like to talk about productivity. And productivity is one thing that's always been on my mind. Like it's it's really difficult for me to try and figure out how to actually stay productive consistently. It's been like that for a while, and I've been doing a lot of research into myself, and I just decided to make this video sort of like a reminder to myself anytime I'm feeling unproductive or something of the sort, to just come back and watch this video to help myself, and also for you guys also to just like benefit from whatever I'll see in this video. So productivity has a lot of definitions. You could go to the dictionary and search for productivity or anything of the sort. But the way I look at productivity is if I am able to do something that would be helpful to me in the future, then I would call that thing that I am doing a productive work. So for example, if I learn how to sweep today and I know that tomorrow I'll need to know how to sweep, then I'm calling me learning how to sweep today some sort of productive work that is being done. That's how I look at productivity. Now, for the past few weeks, I kind of feel like I've not been productive enough. Maybe not the past 3 days, but then like before then, I feel like I've not been productive enough. I feel like the kind of things that I engage in during the day don't really matter to me that much. Like maybe watching a movie or watching football or anything of the sort. Like they all end up in my mind as something that is just for the current time that I'm looking at it. So when I'm watching the football, I'm watching the movie, I enjoy it as I'm doing it, but I feel like it's not going to be useful to me in the future. And anytime that every single minute that I waste watching this football or anything of the sort, I feel like it would come back and haunt me. That's how it has been on my mind. And due to this whole idea of not being productive and not doing anything that will be useful to me in the future, it made me feel insecure. But I looked at it at another time. I was like, okay, there could be ways that I could improve this, right? So for the past few weeks, I've been feeling unmotivated, should I say. I feel like I get less work done during the day and I basically waste most of the day. And it's not like I waste it on video games, playing football, or anything of the sort, but I could literally just stay there, sitting there and doing nothing for some time. And when you look back at the day, or should I say, when I look back at the day, I kind of feel like, oh, I could have done something a little bit more. Most people that talk about productivity say that a good plan helps improve your productivity. So they talk about having a timetable or having a to-do list. Now, these are two different ways of looking at it. Personally, I'm not a fan of timetables because I feel like it kind of makes me restricted. It tells me that I should do this at this particular time, but what if that particular time I become unavailable? Then when will I be able to do that thing? So like I kind of like the flexibility of to-do lists. So personally, I prefer to-do lists to timetables because for the to-do list, I basically have a list of things that I want to do during the day, and I would make sure that I complete them before the day ends. Sometimes I might not be able to complete all of them, but I'll just pick up on them the next day. I kind of have to arrange them in prioritize it. Kind of have to arrange them in terms of their priority so that I do the one that has the most priority first before doing the ones of least priority. And when we talk about timetables and to-do lists, I think it all boils down to having the motivation to actually do what you've written down to do. And that is where I find a problem with myself. So it's not like I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, like for the past few weeks I'm talking about. It's not like I didn't know what to do. It was more of me not having the motivation or zeal to just like go and do the thing. Like I know I'm supposed to finish this project that I'm working on, but I'll just sit down and be watching movies instead because the motivation is not there for me to actually go and do the project. Now, looking back at the last 3 days compared to the past few weeks, I think I've done a great job in terms of improving my productivity and increasing my motivation to actually do something productive for the day. And for the rest of this video, I'm basically just going to be going through the ways that I think I was able to improve my productivity, just so it benefits you all and just so it serves as a reminder to myself that I am actually a productive person. I can actually be productive. Yeah, I know that sounds funny, but that's just how it is. So the first way that I was able to improve my productivity by improving my motivation was to tell myself that I'm actually a good person. I mean, not a good person in terms of behavior, but a good person in terms of the skills that I have. Because most of the things that I would like to do in order to call myself, a productive person, revolves around building my skills in programming and machine learning, like anything around the field of tech. So what I did was to go back to my old works, look back at what I've been doing, what I've done already, and how good those things are. I feel like sometimes we forget like how good we are. We forget the kind of good things that we've done, and we feel like we are dumb. Before you actually get motivation, I feel like you need to know that you are not dumb. You can actually do the thing because you've done this before. So I remember to look at my old works. There's some projects that I've worked on, and so it means that I'll be able to actually do the new thing that I'm planning to do. Even for the YouTube channel, there's been a couple of days that I'll go without posting a video, and I know I have to post a video, but I feel like I don't know. I don't feel the motivation to post a video. So what I did for that was to go back to my YouTube channel, look at my old videos and see the things that I've done. I was like, oh wow, I did this. Like, I was really happy with myself, proud of myself that I was able to do all of this. And somehow this proudness, is that a word? And somehow by making myself proud, I felt the motivation to actually continue making the videos. The videos, most of the videos don't get a lot of views, and you kind of feel like, oh, okay, not a lot of people are watching the video, so there isn't any use to actually create more videos. But the problem with that is that means I'm kind of like disappointing my current 500 subscribers, because they are there for me. They are there to actually watch my videos, but because the views are not enough, I am not making other videos. So does that mean that those watching, let's say the 3 people watching the video, does that mean that those people would like not benefit from the content that I'll be creating? I don't know if this makes sense, but somehow after looking at it all like that, going back to look at my previous works and saw how good my videos were, I was kind of like proud of myself, and this idea of being proud of myself gave me more motivation to actually continue. So I think looking back at your old works would be a good way to actually increase your productivity by increasing your motivation. Sometimes I don't believe I fully appreciate the end result of whatever thing that I've assigned to myself to do. Like, I get that I'm supposed to build this skill so that I have this skill at this time to work. But having that skill actually makes me look cool. I mean, I'm not saying that in a fancy way, but when you have a reason for having that skill, when you have a reason to build that skill, it would be easy for you to find motivation in building that skill. So, for example, my programming skills right now, the ones that I'm trying to develop are supposed to be used for work in the future, and also to help me become a lot cooler in terms of how I define myself, because I find technology very interesting, and as such I really believe that building these skills that I've been trying to build for months and weeks now would actually help me become very cool in terms of being able to build products that people would be able to use. And this really makes me happy, like being able to build software which is a product for people, something that people benefit from, is just wow for me. Like, that's just how it is. And I was able to tell myself that me building these skills that I want to build right now would help me be able to do this in the future, and hence giving me motivation to actually do it. So looking at the end results is helping me be able to keep going on what I've been feeling lazy to do. I mean, it's not like the laziness is gone, but I have a reason to fight the laziness. That's how it is. Simply put, I have a reason to fight the laziness. The final result is convincing enough for me to try and work my ass off on the project, the skill, or anything that I'm trying to improve, whatever I call productivity. A third thing that I think is also important is fear. But then not fear in terms of like being scared. What it is actually in terms of being scared. When you consider the fear of failure, I think that's a very good motivation. Some people say that you shouldn't be afraid of failure, but it's only a bad thing if, because you're afraid of failure, you don't attempt to do things. But I think sometimes the fear of failure could actually be a good motivation when you feel like, if I don't do this, I am going to fail. Like essentially like that. If I don't read this book, I am going to fail the test. But the question is that, do you really want to fail the test? And I don't believe you want to. Like some people don't really care whether they want to fail the test or not. At that point, fear of failure is not actually a good thing, because you'll be like, nah, if I fail anyway, it's not going to benefit me anyway. But for some of us who actually care about us failing, we don't want to fail. I think fear of failure is sort of like a motivation to us. In summary, I just want this video to kind of serve as a motivation to you. If you feel like you've not been productive for some weeks or some number of days right now, I think you should go back, take a break, maybe 2 days or 3 days. Just don't do anything. Don't be lazy, actually. Not doing anything does not mean you should be lazy. But I think you should go and look back at your old works, look at the things that you've done, and look at the end result of whatever you're trying to achieve, and let these things motivate you. I want to hear what you guys have been trying to do for days now that you are not able to do. Just write that down in a comment section below, and I'll have a look at it. Like, I really want to interact with you guys and know whether you guys are feeling motivated or whether you guys are not feeling motivated. I get that there is a lot to talk about when it comes to being productive and having the motivation and zeal to actually be productive in a day, but this is a very short version of like whatever is in my mind right now. It's not like it's a planned video or anything. Like, it's not like I'm coming to tell you do this, and do this, and then you would have your productivity, bumped up by 20% or something. None of those things are in my head. I don't know any of those things. Like, I'm also struggling to be productive. I'm just like any human being that there is. But you're all trying to work on it. That's the important part. And this video should serve as a motivation for you. I want you to go out there and do whatever you want to do. If you think that you don't have the motivation yet, I want you to comment whatever you want to do in the comment section. And you saying it over there should kind of tell you that I have to do it, because since you've said it over there, you have to do it. Alright, so that's it for this video. I thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy the video, you know what to do. If you're new around here, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, the channel is not getting a lot of views, so if you share this video, that would be grateful. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.